Hello, Unbreakable Souls. It is Friday, September 27th, and I've got a message for you. So, the message today is you are protected. This message is there's someone out there, or there's a collective out there right now who are dealing with um, individuals or people in their life that have been plotting against them behind closed doors without them knowing. And I'm getting family, sister, like a sibling, mother, cousins, and you're actually close to these people, right? So you spend a lot of time with them, holidays. They're there for all your accomplishments. They're there for all the big situations, good and bad, in your life, and they're always involved in that, whether they're reaping the benefits of something positive or receiving all the details of something negative, just soaking it all in, and showing that fake support, showing fake support is what I'm getting. They're fake, and you might not even know that they're this way because when they're around you or when you're giving them this, if it's something negative or something bad you're going through, and you just need someone to vent to, this person is who you go to. Um, but they don't have good intentions for you. They're just taking that information so that they can talk about you, um, to other people, whether it's your other family members, whether it's people you don't even know. um, but they're doing it. They're doing it, and it is being embellished. I'm getting like they're putting 10 on the 20. You know what I mean? They're putting extra on it. Some lies. And recently, or not recently, whether this is happening now, you're just figuring this out because some things are showing. Because God is removing everyone that is not aligned with your purpose and not don't not good for you, right? So if this haven't hasn't happened for you yet, but you feel like some people acting funny, you feel some people kind of people that you're close to kind of acting like funny, because you're make you can feel the change within you, so you're awakening, so you're seeing things that um, they've been able to kind of hide from you. They've been wearing a mask. They've been having a veil over their faces, um, figuratively speaking. Um, but now you're awakening and you're seeing people for who they are and seeing situations for what they are. So if you haven't already walked away from them, and this is going to be for a completely unrelated reason. It's not going to be because you know that they're talking behind your back. It's going to be because it's going to be just a situation that God puts you in to show who they are, because they've this person has shown you who they are already, whether it's doing this to other people but just never doing it to you. But they people can only be fake so much, right? So if they're not learning from their lessons and that's just who they are, eventually it will rotate to you, and it's happening now, or it's going to happen. So whatever name you're thinking about right now in your mind, whoever it is, whatever it is, um, maybe it's a close friend instead of a family member, but I'm getting family. I'm getting family. My last video last year, or last a few days ago, spoke about jealousy and envy, and that came over, and now this is coming. So that tells me that um, there's someone in your energy that has that jealous, but they're hiding it. It's hidden, but it's gonna come out, and they're not even gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to hide it anymore. That's what God's saying. And this is where it kind of gets a little less literal and spiritual, they're trying to stunt your spiritual growth. So you're probably showing changes within yourself, right? You're some things that you've been okay with, some things that you've kind of just observed and never really spoke about, but kind of felt deep inside like that's crazy, but whatever, it's not me type situation. Now you're kind of speaking out on those things like that's wrong. That's not right. You shouldn't be doing that. Now that you're speaking up, people think you're acting funny. But the people who think you're acting funny are the people that are the ones that are being exposed. Um, so pay attention to that. If you're changing for the better and you're speaking up for what's right and speaking against what's wrong, and you're not sitting back and letting people treat people wrong and take advantage of people, you're speaking up now to these people that you normally just kind of sat back and didn't say anything. If anybody has a problem with you speaking up for what's right, those are the people that I'm talking about. If you're, as you're making this change, if there's people in your life that have an issue with you speaking up for what's right and helping people and guiding and trying to guide people to make decisions that aren't going to eventually bring bad karma to them, so you're just trying to say, hey, I don't know about that. If you're saying that to people and you know for sure that you know your intentions are pure and you know that what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Now everyone has different opinions, right? But everyone knows. Everyone has a soul. Everyone can feel what's right. So we're not talking like laws and things like that. I'm talking about just pure right and wrong. If you're fighting for what's right and people have an issue with that, those are the people with the problem. Those are the people you need to watch out for in your life right now. So if you haven't already, something hasn't already happened to where you've had to speak out about something and they've gotten a problem and y'all had a big blow up in a fight and now y'all beefing and now you people are blocked and all this and it's just a big ordeal, just know that that was supposed to happen. Um, Also, and I'm looking at my notes, but also you may be feeling like you've been getting tested a lot lately as well. Um, Having to really pay attention to how you respond and how you react to people and situations, just really having to sit back and be like, okay, this is a test. Because if you're at a point in your journey to where you can start to point those things out and you can start to realize those things and really gather yourself and choose how you respond, because we're not reacting anymore. That's low vibrational, right? So we're responding now. We're sitting, we're thinking, and we're responding with a clear mind. But lately you've been feeling like you've been being tested with that more lately, right? So um and that's good because that's just a part of the journey. That's a part of growth. And when you get to a point to where you're able to control that and really respond over reacting, you're making progress. So congratulations on that. Big kudos to you on that one. Um, just continue to trust in yourself um, and your inner guidance that you're getting, and that's whatever you think it is, source, ancestors, God, um, the universe. It's all whatever guide that you're getting, that internal, whatever's moving your soul and moving your heart to make these decisions and respond in these ways, listen to that because that's what's going to get you through all of it. It's going to get you through all this mess. It's messy right now. And if it ain't messy for you right now and you're on your spiritual journey and you're some of this is resonating with you, it's going to get messy. It's going to get real messy, so prepare yourself. Um, but you can't control what other people say about you, and what others try to speak on your life. Because when people speak negative about you, or they say, yeah, they're doing this right now, they have this right now, but that ain't gonna last. Like, that's spell work. Yeah, they with so and so right now, and they're happy. Yeah, but that's not gonna last. It's gonna all fall apart. That person gonna cheat on them and all this other stuff. Um, that's spell work. So you can't control that. But what you can control is trusting that you're protected among all of that. Because if you're on your spiritual journey and you're awake, you're going through a spiritual awakening, you're being attacked and you don't know. People are because people see you glowing up. They see you growing. They see you thriving. And again, this isn't all about material stuff. Like, it's not all about having a house, a car, and all this. No, they see you thriving as a person, as a human being. They see you changing. And to some that feels like judgment. To some that makes people look at themselves, because they're no longer, because you're growing and changing. They can no longer look at you and see a reflection of themselves, right? Because before you may not have been like you've never been like them. You've never been them. You've always been different, but you've kept a lot to yourself. You kept a lot internal. um, but now that you're not afraid to show that, they can no longer look at you and feel like it's okay, because okay, when I look at her, like, she's cool. I'm doing this. She's not saying anything. I'm saying she because I'm talking about me, but it could be he. Um, you know, they can no longer look at you and see themselves. They see something different, and not different in a bad way, because they can't judge you anymore. They can't talk bad about you anymore. They can't go and gossip about you or talk about how you're going through this and going through that and how dumb you are for dealing with this and dealing with that. They can't do that anymore because you're no longer that. And now they don't know how to deal with that. Now they are trying to figure out who they are. And are they? Is there something wrong with them? So they're going through some stuff. It's a tower moment for them. And you've got to kind of just let them go through it and figure it out on their own. But you can't be the brunt of their journey. You can't be around people who are doing wrong, because karma is real. And you could be around someone, and just because you're not saying anything, and you're not necessarily doing it, but you're a part of their circle, you can get the buckshots of their karma. And who wants that? Especially if you're trying to live in your purpose, and be in a different situation and break generational curses. You've got to move away. So again, if you haven't moved away from these people, and I can go on and on and on and on about this, but if you haven't moved away from these people yet, you will. And it won't be because of this. It will be because of probably something else. But just know, I'm telling you, this is coming from God. Like, for me, God is speaking through me, saying, um, this is the real reason why they're removing these people. And you don't even know they're like this towards you. You don't know they don't like you. You don't know. You don't even know that they hate you. And they hate you so much that they're speaking so negatively about you, and they're speaking bad on your life and upon your life, and wishing wishing bad on you only because they're not where they want to be. And that's dangerous if you're not protected and you're not in tune and you're not awake. So you've probably have been going through a lot of stuff, maybe relationship problems, um, financial issues, um, employment issues. Maybe you had some good jobs and all of a sudden something happens and you lose. You know what I mean? It's because at that point you weren't awake yet. And not to say you've never been protected, but now you're calling on your protection. You're calling on your ancestors. You're calling on your archangels. You're calling on God to protect you from these people and from these entities. Because it's deeper than human beings, right? This is all spiritual. Spiritual warfare is real. So you've called on them. You've called on that protection. You've called on peace. You've called for love. You've called for abundance. And you're getting it. You're getting it. So congratulations on that. Um, Again, whoever's coming to mind for you right now, that's the person. So just know that. Trust your intuition. And just know that you can trust that all that spell work, all that misfortune and everything that they're throwing your way, it's like a boomerang right now. Because you're so elevated and you're going through this transition that you're so far in the transition, you're so far through that tunnel. Nothing can stop you at this point. No one, nothing will stop your abundance. You've pushed through it. You're getting through it. There's no going back. There's no going back. There's no going back. There's no going back. You're through it. And them people back there, them haters, they're getting left behind. And the people who are really about you, they're holding on. And they're walking with you. And they've been through what you've been through, right? Because people in your life have to deal with the karma you're going through because of who you were around or because of what you put up with. So those people in your life right now, appreciate those people. Appreciate those people who have stood by you through all the mess, through all the spell work. If it's a relationship, appreciate that person that you've been through those hard times with. Because that spell work was put on them too. They didn't ask for that. They stayed with you and they're with you now. Friends that you've fallen out with or whatever, and they're still here. Y'all have made it, like all of that. I believe now you're if it hasn't started either, a lot of the relationships that you're supposed to have right now are smoothing out. You're happy. There's really not a whole lot of disagreements, and if there are, you're able to talk through those and situations. If it's at work, normal things that would really make you kind of angry or upset or frustrated, you're able to push through those and kind of evaluate the situation and move through differently. So a lot of things are going smooth for you as well. And the only things that are going rough for you, and things that are, you feel like, dang, what's going on? Like, why is it so hard to have you in my life right now? It's because God's trying to remove them, and He will. Um, God is removing them. So prepare yourself for a change. Prepare yourself for isolation and elevation. God's saying that it's time to clear out those weeds so your garden can grow. And if this resonates with you, drop something in the comments. So your time is now. You're ready for your ultimate abundance. Get ready, because it's going to be huge. I hope you know that. That's the message for today. It seems like every time I do these videos, the messages get a little longer and longer, and I'm okay with that. But that's the message for today. You're protected. You're going to see some shifts and changes in your life right now. Don't fight it. Roll with it, because it's a reason for that. I think that's something also I mentioned in one of my videos prior as well. Get through it. Push through it. Sit in it. And see what lessons and see who God is trying to expose to you. If you take it any other way, if you do any other thing but roll with what's going on and trust that everything's happening for a reason, the outcome will be different. The lesson will be different. If you even get the lesson, if you keep trying to take things in your own hands, the same things might just keep happening to you until you can really, until you're in it, until you have to go through it to learn the lesson. But trust me right now, it's gonna happen soon, if it hasn't already been happening. This is not misfortune for you. This is elevation for you. So I provide this message with love and peace, and it is directly from my heart. Remain unbreakable. Don't let these people out here be knocking you off your square. Remain unbreakable. Got a lot of life to live, a lot of purpose to fulfill. Remain unbreakable. And until next time, bye.